All right, guys and ladies. What we are going to do today is we are going to do some texture rubbings with crayons. And texture is how something feels or how something looks like it might feel. So, for example, I have one of these texture rubbing sheets. So if I look at this, it looks like it would be bumpy because I can see a bunch of little squares and things on the surface. Then if I actually rub my fingers across that, I can feel the texture because it's bumpy, and I can even hear the texture because it sounds like a zipper. So lots of things in our environment, in our world, have texture. And so what you're going to do is you are going to go on a little texture hunt, and you're going to find some of those textures. So places that you might find some texture, if you have a sidewalk coming up to your front door, or if you have bricks laying around anywhere, even like a blacktop would have a texture. The bottom of your shoes would have a texture. Anything that looks like it might be bumpy or have an uneven surface, or anything that you can feel that has a bumpy or uneven surface, would create a good texture rubbing. So what I did was I went ahead and folded my paper into 4 parts. I just folded it in half and then in half the other way, hot dog and hamburger fold. And now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take that texture plate and I'm going to slip that under my paper. So let's say you were going to go outside and find some texture to do rubbings with. You would just lay your paper down on top of that. Now this paper is the thicker paper, so if you're doing this with me at home, you want to do this on some paper from your sketchbook or something like that. Copy paper probably won't be able to handle what we're going to do to it. So then you're just going to find some old crayons to peel, okay? And this is a crayon that I have already peeled, and we use these quite a bit in the room. But basically, the difference between writing with a crayon and doing a rubbing with a crayon is all in how you hold it. So if you're going to write with a crayon, you're going to kind of hold it like it's a pencil, okay? And you're going to, write with it. But that's only going to give you, that one line. And what you're looking for is like coverage of a whole area. So, excuse me, you're just going to lay your crayon down flat with one hand, and then with the other hand you're going to hold your paper really still, and you're just going to start to rub, and hopefully whatever the texture that is underneath your paper, it will be picked up by the rubbings that you do on top. You can do this with coins. You can do this with, you might even have like some books or toys that kind of have a reasonably flat but textured surface. It's all about like looking around and seeing what you can find to do rubbings of. So that was one texture plate that I have. This one is a little different. And the reason I'm showing you more than one is because you need to do more than one for this particular assignment, because we're going to take this paper and turn it into something else. So we're actually creating our own texture paper that we're going to use for our actual project. So, but I'm not giving you a whole lot of information about that just yet, because I just want you to enjoy this experience first, and then we'll use what we've made and carry on with it. We're going to build on top of that. So it's all about textures. It's all about finding different colors and different textures to go with those colors. So I'm going to turn my paper and change my texture rubbing. You can even make some of these if you wanted to. If you had like an old piece of cardboard. Oh yeah, cardboard makes good texture rubbing too because it's got those lines in it. But you can take glue and draw on the cardboard with, just different lines or patterns or whatever, and let that get really good and dry. Maybe like make those the first day and then the next day use them. You can make your own texture plates. You don't have to, buy them in a plastic pack like I happen to have. You can actually make your own, and I have made my own in the past when I didn't have these. So, yeah. And then you can do shapes. You can do, really, gosh, you can do anything you want to. You could even do letters, or you can do animal faces or animal feet or leaves or rocks, or I don't know. It's endless. It's endless what you can do. So there's that one. And then one more. And if I were doing this at home, I would do a page like this, and then I would also do a second page like this, because the more colors and textures that you have for this particular assignment, the more paper you're going to have to use for the next assignment. So one more here. And even if your paper moves a little bit like mine just did, it's really okay, because we're going to end up painting over this and cutting it up and doing all kinds of stuff. So the fact that my paper moved right there is really not a big deal. Okay, so that is how to do texture rubbings, and I hope that you have fun looking for different textures in your home and outside of your home, and I can't wait to see what you find. Just remember, do multiple colors, do multiple textures, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks for being here. See you guys later. Bye.